Welcome back
to Marriage Beyond the Veil, the final 10 days.
Okay.
So today, I want to put the scenario out here. So what happens if on the day that you're married or shortly thereafter you're married, your spouse gets sick?
Okay, gets sick.
And the sickness is not temporary. It is a permanent illness. It is something that's going to be with them for the rest of their life.
Are we talking debilitating? Are we talking...
It could be debilitating. I'm not talking about like a headache or something like that, but I'm talking about something major. So maybe someone's in an accident and they're not able to walk. Maybe someone comes down with kidney disease, or someone has cancer or a brain tumor, or
any number of
things. Mm-hmm. So what happens when that happens early in a relationship? But it can also happen later in a relationship.
So when you say what happens...
Mm-hmm. So what is it? What is the quality that a person would need in order to stick it out?
Well, you're talking about, for Christian marriage, the vows that we take, for better or for worse, right? In sickness and in health, till death do us part. And people will say that, and I think whether they understand the gravity of that or not, life has a way of smacking you in the face, and your reality may be just what you're saying, that it may be something that's debilitating. So it hinders your ability to be ambulatory or whatever, be able to speak, be able to reason, any number of things where this person that you entered into the love relationship with and made the vows with is not the same person anymore. Right. Due to health, accident, or whatever the case may be, their life is forever changed, which means your life is forever changed.
Right.
And so we're talking about a commitment to one another and to the vows that you made, but it requires so much more than just being committed. That's where you get into having to have a determination to see it through and to be with this person. You have to have real tenacity, because you and I both know couples, some family members as well as some friends, who have been in marriages more than 40 years, close to 40 years, with these kinds of situations, and that level of commitment is not the norm.
That's right. It is not.
But it does exist.
It does exist. And yeah, it does require someone to be to be a tenacious personality, someone that is very flexible, someone that is really committed and understands the vow. That's the key right there, understanding what those vows mean.
And not just understanding, because I think a lot of people can get to the point that they understand,
right?
But then remain committed to the vows. Because it's one thing to understand it,
that's true,
but say, I'm still out.
Yeah,
I understand what this means, but I'm not up to this challenge, or I don't want to. It's not that I can't, it's I don't want to.
Right.
And again, realizing that people are going to do what they authentically do. However, when you're talking about being in a love relationship and a marriage, a Christian marriage, that's the commitment that we are making.
Yeah.
So it could happen later in life where your person, your spouse is altered and changed because of something like dementia. And, for those of you who have family members, loved ones with dementia, and there's a full range of how people behave, they can get very combative, very, aggressive, all of that. Or it could be a situation where something happened on the front end of the marriage, whether it's the back end, the front end, or somewhere in the middle. Are you going to have a level of commitment and intentionality to be tenacious, to be determined that this is what I signed up for, because this is the person I love, this is the person I made a commitment and a vow with to be on the journey, better or for worse, in sickness and health, until death do us part.
So when you're making your decision about the person that you're willing and making a decision to spend the rest of your life with, Is that someone that's going to stand in your corner if any of these or another scenario happens?
So, commitment.
And happy anniversary to my parents who
67 years on yesterday. Yes. So, until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Have a good evening.